So yeah, Hollow Knight. I've played this game pretty much more often in the past, trying to record it pretty well. So this is my very first try in recording a game. Um, and so I decided to so that this is not the first try to recording. Yeah, I want to actually start a new run here with these mods I've put on. It's like one mod is kind of making the corrupted kin the dream version, and this dream version of the broken vessel kind of nuts. It's kind of crazy to fight this guy, and this bonfire mod is actually the one why I actually downloaded this game for the PC anyways. Charm Notch mod gives me the charms from the charm salesman saleswoman from this charms shop automatically, so I don't have to pay Geo for that. And the death counter, which also gives me a small hurt counter, as you will see how much I lost the mask from getting hit. Anime HP bar, so with the bonfire mod, enemies also scale up a little bit, so that's kinda a thing. And excitation, actually with excitation I can upgrade my charms on gut home. So this is a nice thing. I didn't try excitation out yet because all my other runs did not lead me to gut home so far. Even if this one already has 12 hours in, I just tried pogo stick over to the corrupted to the broken vessel and so much. So Lifeblood Master does make the God Home version of the, at least the God Home version of the Hive Knight kinda crazy. I may have to find a little bit more things which makes the game a little bit more challenging. I do not prefer to make the Radiance more difficult than it is already. So with load normalizer, the game got a little bit more fluid. I think it's working even, and these are just for making these mods working so far. And yeah, let's just head right into a game. Yeah. In wilds beyond they speak your name with reverence and regret, for none could tame our savage souls, yet you the challenge met. On a pale swatch you taught we changed, base instincts were redeemed, a world you gave buck beasts and had never. Yeah. So I'm not a native English speaker, I have to actually concentrate on reading these things quickly, but also pronounce words right. Yeah. The Hollow Knight. The Black Egg. An hour vessel knight thing. I like these lands outside of Hollownest though. So for everyone who hasn't played this game so far, this is kind of a path where pilgrims will way, not to the City of Tears, but a pilgrim's way just into Hollownest from outside the world we are exploring. And what I would like to see is like some expansion which at least gives a little bit more land outside of Hollownest, because like I already played through this game at least once, and so the main motivation of this game is exploring. So yeah, if you already seen every corner of every bit of the game, it's not that much interesting to play it again. Actually, like since metroid-vanias are like this, it makes always fun because you more and more learn about the map, and you more and more learn where things are. And I think I from other playthroughs I've done, like one playthrough I'm doing right now where I'm already 12 hours in. I do not always remember all the spots where what is. So I was actually the last recording I did, I was actually pretty much surprised that where I did find this nail master for the Great Slash in Greenpath. So it's pretty interesting. So Hollow Knight is a metroid-vania where you can skip a lot of things, a lot of you can skip a lot of items and stuff, and after a certain time, you don't get any direction anymore. So you don't have any gatekeeping or something which prevents you from exploring in any direction. So each playthrough is kind of different, at least each first playthrough. And I mean, when first playing through this game, who would ever have thought about exploring a secret like this? So this thing I catched early. And also I will show another kind of neat trick to get in as a charm early. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Your great strength marks you amongst us. Focus your soul and you shall achieve feats of which others can only dream. Collect soul by striking enemies. On, hold B, focus in here. Yeah, we don't have any purpose of healing right now. I think the very first time we get damage. Also I see the death counter is not on right now. Yeah, now it says we should focus. Let's see what's over here. More geo, more falling spikes. Oh gosh, the game starts lagging. Yeah, these things are also pretty neat, because they give us extra hearts, or extra masts. These blue things will not regenerate using focus, and if we just got them from outside, so we don't have any permanent effect adding them to our health bar, they also disappear at the moment we rest. So there's safe spots in this game, very similar to Metroid. Metroid also has safe spots, and where we can actually save the game. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Within our lands, do not hide your true form. Let all basks in your majesty, for only this kingdom could produce one such as you. Yeah. I'm not even sure that was cheesing though, because I think I can make the jump even without pogo sticking the spikes. It goes even further down there. Because I cannot go back. Okay, I see. All this just for something we collected. Yeah. In Hollow Knight, we can collect those things called charms, and we equip them on each safe spot. So on each bench where we can rest, we can collect, we can equip those collected charms, and we have some charm notches here. Just where just notches is written, and those charms all cost differently. This one costs 2, so I will occupy 2 notches, and I can only equip as many charms as I can with the notches. So if I have this equipped and I want to equip another one with 2, I would have to overcharm, and I'm not on a run where I can do this, so I cannot equip more charms as I can pay the cost for in notches, or occupy in notches. Yeah. As I go further in here, I will further explore this path. This is actually also part of the path into Hollownest, as we can see later here. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Beyond this point, you enter the land of a king and creator. Step across this threshold and obey our laws. Bear witness to the last and only civilization, the eternal kingdom, Hollownest. So now we actually know the name already. Here's this little monstrous gate which got sealed long time ago. And we head into the first place of Hollownest. It's very ruinous, kinda destroyed, desolated, gloomy, who knows what not. It's called Dirtmouth, the fading town. This is actually pretty crazy accurate for this time here in Hollownest. Yeah. Oh, there, traveler. I'm afraid there's only me left to offer welcome. Our town's fallen quiet, you see. The other residents, they've all disappeared, headed down that well one by one into the caverns below. Used to be there was a great kingdom beneath our town. It's long fell to ruin, yet it still draws folks into its debt. Wealth, glory, enlightenment, that darkness seemed to promise all things. I'm sure you too seek your dreams down there, Elder Buck. Well, watch out, it's a sickly air that fills the place. Creatures turn mad and travelers are robbed of their memories. Perhaps dreams aren't such great things after all. Yeah, now you can see what the bonfire mod actually does. We have this little thing here where we can level up. We even need more geo than we have to level up. And from each of these things, when leveling up, things change. Most of the time the things just right here, right beneath them. So when I update luck, I not only upgrade the chance of landing a critical hit, which is also introduced by this mod. There wasn't any critical hits before in this game. But also the increase of geo. So I increase the amount of geo I farm or earn from striking enemies. Say. With wisdom, I can even get more soul out of my enemies, and I also start to slowly regenerate. So at the moment I have 0% regeneration, or 0 regeneration. So there's nothing going up here without striking some enemies. And with resilience I even can get extra mass and hit resistance, which is a percentage, kind of a luck percentage, so say. And when I actually get hit with this percentage of probability, I may not get hurt from the hit. And then with intelligence I can update spell damage, and the focus cost will go down actually, which is also pretty nice. And with dexterity, the slash speeds go slightly up, so I can strike my enemies much faster, and the critical hit damage goes up. But if I don't have any luck, I will don't land any critical hits. So that's the interconnection between some of these leveling things. And with strength, my nail damage goes up. Also, I think I have one mod on which allows me. Hold on, let me just take a look real quick. It should be in here normally. Maybe I have to restart the game real quick. Yeah, maybe then also my death counter goes on. So I will make a small pause here and restart the game. So now you can actually see another mod on here, nail buff, which didn't load last time. Nail buff actually does nail art buff does buff something called nail art. So we go back into our last save. We are just 12 minutes in. We can actually connect some extra techniques with the nail. We can charge. So then we can charge our nail attacks and then perform some extra techniques there. And what the nail art buff mod does, if I have, for instance, fragile strength, which doubles my attack speed, and initially in the game it didn't double the attack power of my nail arts, which are pretty heavy and strong strikes. So it makes sense to actually, when already making some updates to our strength, making them also to these nail arts. For all our mapping supplies, we will be opening soon Iselda and Cornifier. Yeah, this is a map shop. When we first meet Cornifier, he will head up and bring his map to the map shop. But we will actually, Cornifier is one guy who's heading down and making some maps of the areas down here. So there's a bunch of areas we will explore. We don't have any maps, so we cannot look at any map, but it will feel more and more. Even from the maps, we don't get a full from the areas we don't get a full map each time. Just the one the Cornifier already sharded at this point, and I think it's always the same So yeah, and you might have seen that the blue hearts are gone here now. The blue masks, and that's why that's because I rested here, and every blue every not permanently added blue masks will just go off. There are even charms which add more blue or more of these blue masks here, which also cannot be then regenerated. Any blue mask cannot be regenerated by focusing, so that's why resilience is not that much of a deal, only because of the hit resistance. At least we start with one mask more. And I might just now upgrade luck, so we already increase the amount of geo we earn by 5%, so that we can incorporate the bonfire mod a little bit more, and we accelerate the things. Later on I will also pretty much upgrade nail speed up to a point where the small minions are just getting destroyed by one hit, and dexterity up to a point where I can defeat like large guys pretty fast. So I will have another farming spot when we find some place in Dirtmouth, and in the Forgotten Crossways. So down here, down the well, is called Forgotten Crossroads, I think. Crossroads. And also enemies respawn when I save. And from here we will head to any other area later. So as we can see, with the leveling up, enemies also got stronger sometimes, but very slightly only. So if I'm pretty much higher level, then they got a little bit more resilience to my nail. Maybe also other things. And additionally, these are the small minions I set. The set small minions I want to kill with one hit. Also like these little flies here. Don't want to deal with them any longer than I should. So this is also a pretty nice mechanic that you can pogo stick off enemies, which can lead you to some quote-unquote sequence breaks pretty fast. Also, you might realize that from 5% more geo drop, you won't get so much more out of enemies who just drop 2 geo, because 5% of 2 is also not much more, and we don't get decimal numbers in geo. So yeah, at the moment I'm collecting a little bit of geo from these guys here, just that I'm able to buy my first map really quick, and I'm not even sure how much this map is, but we will see how much the map will cost. Also, this area I'm not that much remembering what's over here. I don't remember that much. These things give me soul, by the way, so I can focus and then I can strike them, and they give me extra soul. Okay, I won't cheese this thing though. So for everyone who knows Hollow Knight and who knows pretty much the strategies one can exploit in Hollow Knight, that they know that there might even a way to pogo stick up pretty much like this, But I will. This is too hard for me, and we want to get a regular run out of this, and not so much fucked up run. Even if we already use mods, which is kind of this thing I want to showcase over here. Anyways, that these mods makes the game even more interesting. Especially later on. When I already purchased all the items one can get, then Geo normally wouldn't make any sense anymore, but we will still collect a large amount of Geo and don't know what we can do with it. And this is due to I'm pretty much farming very often. And the more we will have to visit some areas again, the more we collect Geo from those paths to visit them from the enemies which are there. So there are points where we will collect much more Geo even, and then also some points in the game where we also collect large amounts of Geo, but we don't even have anything to do with it anymore. And then we can still level up. So that's why the bonfire mod is actually pretty nice. So let's go to the map. So when I go down here, one of these flies already has some damage. Yeah, this one already got some damage. I go down here. I know these little sheets here actually indicate that there's Cornifier right around you. And here is. Hello there. Come down to explore these beautiful old ruins? Don't mind me. I've a fondness for exploring myself. Getting lost and finding your way again is a pleasure like no other. We're exquisitely lucky, you and I. I'm a cartographer by trade, and I'm working on mapping this area right now. Would you like to buy a copy of my work so far? Was it just purely Geo? Okay, I collected a little bit too much Geo in this. Yeah. The map can be a useful thing, but it alone won't show you where you are. If you have not the head for directions, I suggest purchasing a compass from my wife, Iselda. She's just now opening a new map shop in Dirtmouth, selling all sorts of useful things to wanderers like yourself. She'll even sell some of my old maps from time to time. I pop back to see her whenever I finish mapping an area. She's always so excited to see me. Yeah, this is Cornifier actually, and we can even hear him when we are in the same room and very much nearby him. Right, and we will meet him at each new area. So we can see here now we have maps. We even got a map of Dirtmouth together with the map of the Forgotten Crossroads over here. And even like let me just I cannot get the cursor here. But in the room we are, which is kinda the one right left and down with these platforms, and then below we can see a little thing, a little hat of Cornifier. So there's a few things we can go for, but I think I will first go for something called a stack station. Where, because pretty much nearby we have a farming spot for Geo. Another thing we should do is actually opening Sly's shop. Sly is also another guy. Oh wait, we forgot one thing from Cornifier, which is pretty sad if we do actually do this the second time or the whatever nth time we see him, is asking him for his name. Oh, by the way, I haven't introduced myself, have I? Yes, I should apologize for that. When you spend a lot of time by yourself with just your own thoughts, you forget the nicest of conversations. My name is Cornifier, and I've always loved exploring the world. When I was first hatched, I wandered off immediately, leaving my brothers and sisters and poor mother behind. That's, yeah. That's why, as soon as I could, I moved to Dirtmouth with my wife. A huge, unending kingdom to explore right on our doorstep. Who could resist? Anyway, I'll let you return to your troubles. With a little luck, we will meet again. Be safe and farewell. Farewell. Yeah, so now he has actually a name when we talk to him on the bottom left. I really I think even in my very first playthrough, maybe not my very first one, but in another playthrough I really did messed it up and just asked him for his name, like just opened the dialogue again after like I think I met him in Kingdom's Edge, and then I got his name because I already talked to him again. And Kingdom's Edge is kind of one of the very last areas you will visit in this game, so this is pretty much a crazy thing. See if I did forgot any amounts of Geo over here. We have a how is this called in English? A spring here, as to say, I don't know. A hot spring, yeah, a hot spring here, and this will also refill our soul. And let's see what we will do here. We will upgrade more luck so we get 5% more increase in farming Geo. I will upgrade luck right at the beginning, and also I can equip this charm. This is actually Fury of the Fallen. It embodies the fury and heroism that comes upon those who are about to die. Yeah, when close to death, the barrier strength will increase. So if I just have one mask left, this thing actually buffs my my attack strength. So this is kind of a risky thing to exploit actually, but when we are at a safe farming spot, we can exploit this. enemies respawned. More Geo. Yeah, you can even see it up there. When you hear this noise, this musical one, then there's pretty much either a mask shard or a vessel fragment around. So vessel fragments will let me just pause real quick to have the pointer. Vessel fragments will give you so if this is called a vessel where your soul is kind of connected, and if you have 3 vessel fragments, you have another vessel which is a third of this amount here, so you have more more soul you can actually gather or have at once. And mask charts, each masks are actually made of out of 4 mask charts, so collecting 4 mask charts will give you 1 more mask, so we will have 1 more damage we can actually absorb before we die, can take before death. Plus when we have any extra mask or something like this. So yeah, the game is kind of like any metroid-vania game is kind of is, for me, I think it's a very best representation of a metroid-vania from ages. And the word metroid-vania actually comes from the word Metroid and Castlevania, which are both meant to be games where you explore the world and more fill up your map and get like more and more items which allow you to further progress in certain areas. And there's always a small perspective inside of these games. For instance, this guy here doesn't even seem to have any perspective, than just that something drew him to this place and he wants to explore it and wants to find out what happened to this place. And furthermore, he will rescue much this place. Also, as you see, there's a lot of bugs which look like very similar to the bugs we actually talked to, just attacking us. And as the elder bug already said, some kind of air, some kind of substance in the air or something makes the, or actually the caverns below, so these caverns here, make the bugs kind of forget their memories and become like crazy and so much. And this is actually the orange juice here, so it cannot even only be acidic by being spit on us, it also makes these things kind of mindless and attack us just without any reason. And we will find out why. A tall machine with a symbol of a stack in Sergio, yes. So we found the stack station. Now this song is actually pretty pretty characteristic for stack station. I could also, with the spell, I can now call the stack bug. Oh, he came. A large thing. Listen. Greetings, little one. It's been an age since I last heard the ringing of a station bell. It echoed down the stackways and called me to you. I've grown stiff and tired over these many years, and I've forgotten much. but the sound of the bell I will always call me back. These stackways stretch the depths of Hollownest. If you want to travel them, hire me from the platform. I will take you wherever you need to go. So we can go back to Dirtmouth. I think we will actually even go back there. So we have 2 stack stations now, Dirtmouth and the Forgotten Crossroads. And we even have to open this thing to open the door there. Save real quick. I never thought I'd see such a thing. The stack station has opened. That building lay silent since before even my time. Oh, I've heard the tales of the glorious lines, a web of tunnels running all through the kingdom. Not that I'll be traveling them, mind you. I'm quite content where I am. I made the voice of the old guy not very old at the beginning. Now there's Iselda. We can sell our things for our map. Come and buy a map, have you? Come to buy a map, have you? It's really my husband you should be dealing with. But what a surprise, he's headed down below. He will pop back occasionally to deliver new maps for the store, but I do wish he'd spend a little more time up here. I've not much interest in retail myself. Now let's see what's here for me to sell. Everything too expensive. So we will need a quill to update our map, and we will want a compass to always know where we are. And the other stuff is just add-ons to let us remind where other things are. For instance, bench markers are pretty useful. But at this point here, we already have our first farming spot. So what I will do, I will even level up more, even if I spend a lot of geo for that. Just to be able to farm much faster geo from there. Well, and also you hear this moaning over there. This is a grub friend. This little grub in the glass. When we rescue him, he buries down and goes right back to their daddy, and he will also give us geo and other things in response to us saving his little siblings there. And this fat guy here is our first farming spot. Why? Because we can defeat him easily, and he always drops much more amounts of geo than any other enemy. And by easy I mean just he has a very easy pattern to be defeated. And when we since we update our strength and maybe also dexterity, we will be able to get much more quicker what we want to. So what we first do is updating strength to update nail damage to 6. I do this, and then later we update even more strength, and then we also update more luck, so we get 15 or maybe even 20% more geo out of this guy, which makes the whole like going back to him and killing him again and getting more geo from him, the whole farming thing much faster. And also for farming, I think I will most likely to pause the recordings at that point, so I can actually show how much faster we can defeat this guy with just 1 more nail damage, and we then go by my own and farm more and level up more, and then I will show 1 more farming cycle in the recordings to show how much more geo we are able to collect by getting more luck, and how much faster we can kill this guy by having a strong strength update. Also, I think I will farm. I will level up my strengths so much that I can kill these small guys by 1 hit, as I said at the beginning. Yeah, so I will pause the recording over here, and we'll be back when I actually have a large. When I leveled up everything. So now I did level up strength to a point where I can kill these small minions pretty fast. And I still didn't update luck, so I still get just 47 geo from this guy. But at least you can see that I can actually kill these guys pretty fast, even without the Fury of the Fallen effect, which is pretty much a nice thing. And you have seen that I can exploit the Fury of the Fallen for these predictable type of enemies from which I want to farm. For this guy, I think this is the only thing I really use this charm for, actually, in the whole game. And now I will update luck more and more, and we will see that maybe after a while that we can see the enemies got stronger and cannot hit them, kill them with 1 hit anymore. And then I will also come back to recording. So pause the recording again here and see what happens when I have updated the luck. So now I upgraded my luck to having 20% of geo increase and 10% hit critical hit chance. So with from 10 to 15%, I already saw that I got 1 more geo from this large guy. And if you just head back and look at the amount of geo we need to level up, is already almost 200. So leveling up luck will not give us more geo, that much more geo to really level up more quickly. However, it gives us enough geo when farming, at least to farm faster for shop items. What we might also consider is to respec and more go for strength and for dexterity, actually, which will give us much faster way to update to farm geo after all. This is just one thing I didn't know that much. How much it really pays off to update luck. I mean, landing a critical hit will increase the rate of how we go through this game, but you see, I'm more into Fury of the Fallen here than getting hits by a critical hit. Yeah. So I don't know if this is so much a thing. There was a critical hit. Always when this effect comes when I hit someone, it's a critical hit. So yeah, let's collect some more. Maybe I will. Maybe we will also upgrade this dexterity once. Which of course goes hand in hand with luck. Because then the critical hits we land will also land stronger. So yeah, this is also one thing we can also increase the speed of getting Geo out of the sky. Also, this is not the this is actually never the intention of the creators of this game, or of it's not the way of how to play metroid-vanias. It's more like exploring much and not farming and freaking up the same guy over and over again. That's also why we will not farm that much for the map items, rather than going more forward and defeat the boss, which is just right after this kind of small mini boss, yeah, called the False Knight, and he will, when we defeat him, he will also give us a large amount of geos. So this might be enough to get whatever items from the map shop we need. So yeah, let's level up dexterity real quick, and I will leave this at 20% geo increase though, because I think it's a round number, and also luck at the end will not pay off. Because we level up more and more, the enemies get stronger, and we just increased our luck. And we don't get so much geo out of it that we can more level up from it. Then the cost of the levels goes up, so luck is not the best thing to do. But there's some round numbers like 20%, 25%. You can actually pretty much go with that and then do other things. Also, the more we make this even, so when we level up everything the same, the game gets more and more samey. So the leveling system will give us some extra profile of what we actually can do. So yeah, I think we want to ignore this guy next time. Maybe, yeah, there are some other guys we can defeat and get soul out of. Like this guy here. And maybe wisdom would be a nice thing even now already, so we can refill our soul a little bit faster. But I think for the False Knight it's not that much, hopefully not that much interesting. So with dexterity we already increased our amount of slashes we can do. I mean, dexterity gives us slash speed 5% more, than 1.05 instead of 1. Is good. We could increase dexterity 1 more to just defeat this guy just real quick, but we just go for the first boss. We just go nearly vanilla here. Just I mean, with the leveling and with the critical hits and everything is kinda ridiculous anyways. See, he already gave us a point where we can focus and we didn't even need it. So this is kind of... we had to beg for the point to focus. I mean, the dream version of this guy is pretty crazy, so that's why I tend to level up a lot before going to this guy, because I thought, or I always think this guy is kinda very difficult to defeat. This is not even the case. Yeah, we got this city crest from this guy, and this is actually our first hint where our he didn't give us that much geo though, right? Where our journey will go next. He's a small little guy or thing. Hopefully this thing didn't hit the stick on the wrong place. Yeah. Geo! As I said, after defeating this guy we get a lot of Geo. I think we cannot head further up there, so we just go this path, and since we're heading left now, we will automatically go back to Dirtmouth. And also we can get our first spell here, so we could do is upgrading wisdom so that we can do much more with spells. And to be honest, I will upgrade intelligence and wisdom much more than the other things later on, to really make spells kinda compel. Yeah, let's go for wisdom actually. Oh, who is that creeping out of the darkness? My, you are looking grim. A strange empty face and a wicked looking weapon. Something important has drawn you down into Hollownest's corpse, but I won't ask what. Perhaps the reason you found me is because you need my help. Say no more, friend. I'm going to give you a gift. A nasty little spell of my own creation. It's just perfect for a little one like you. Oh. This is a shaman guy. There are different ones of these. This one is more of the yeah, nasty ones. They always make deals with you and everything, but this one is kind of nasty because he gives you something and then says, yeah, you have to do something for it. Oh, you've woken at last. I apologize. Perhaps I should have warned you about the power of that spell. I was watching over you as you slept, but seemed to have slipped away myself. Now we are awake. I was wondering whenever you would do me a favor, small favor. Not as repayment for my gift, of course, simply because we are now friends. You see, a horrid great beast has made its home in the heart of this temple. Such disrespect. I would be quite grateful if you were were to venture deeper in and slay it for me. It's a hardy creature, but with your new power, you're more than a match for it. Good luck with this small favor, my friend. Oh. What is it? Are you wondering about this gate between us? It's a curious thing, but this door will not open until you have slain that creature lying in the heart of the temple. Don't worry about it. I'm sure the spirits of my ancestors will be watching over you. Yeah, sure. No, I will not use vengeful spirits on enemies which are not worth it using. I think it's actually supposed to be stronger as my Neo at this point, but since we upgraded our strength but not our spell power itself, the Neo is still stronger right now. Since these guys are new here, they are parts of these race these big guys come from. We have to defeat one of them. I can't, just slightly cannot reach this. Let's regen a little. So yeah, we did upgrade our wisdom, so we also regenerate soul after a while, so slowly regenerate a little soul. And also with more luck we get more Geo out of these guys. I think I already tested how luck will be proceeding on these geopiles, and I think the geopiles will give always the same amount of luck, same amount of geo, so it doesn't matter how much luck I am. I did came right out of here, so I have to go downwards actually. Yeah. Ah, there it is. And we already killed it. This was the Vengefull spirit, and that's exactly where we need it for such enemies. And we collected Soul Catcher, what we will immediately add instead of the Fury of the Fallen. Oh, so it's done then. You've slain the beast, a pure thing. It must have been terrified of you. It used to be quite docile, but the rancid air in these caverns filled it with some ancient rage. Still, you did what had to be done. You have my gratitude, of course. Your gratitude, of course. We both know you wouldn't have made it through without that spell of mine. And look, the gate between us has opened. Oh. I'm sure you are eager to move on. Farewell, and have faith. Whenever you are seeking, it will find you. Why do you hesitate? You will get nothing more from me, I'm afraid. Though I do admire your persistence. Yeah, let's see if we can upgrade something, or we save this for map items. Let's do this. And we change our thing to Soul Catcher, which essentially does the same as upgrading Wisdom a lot. Used by shamans to draw more soul from the world around them. Increases the amount of soul gained when striking an enemy with the name. Yeah. So like the same like here. The soul gained went from 11 to 14. So I will gain even much more soul. So maybe let's see what happens when we put this off. So gain series 14. So I think the effect of the charm will not be displayed on the thing. So these are just the base stats, and the charms will add even more to it. Yeah. So now we head back to by opening this thing we can head back to Dirtmouth. And this is actually something the Cornifier leaves behind when we are actually much more through the map than he was, and he is kind of moving to another area, so to say. Sorry I missed you. If you are feeling lost, why not pop up to our store in Dirtmouth and purchase a map of this area? Available now for an excellent price, Cornifier. Yeah. We will purchase a quill and update our map actually. And then we will head down for another useful thing. We go to the charm seller, so to say, to the charm shop. And while we go there, after we were there, we can rescue a guy named Sly. And he has a shop where we can also buy a charm, but a very useful one for for farming Geo. So first go for the quill, and then later on buy the compass. So. Because with the quill we have much damn it. We have much more power than so map updated. So this is what we want to see, because now we see all the areas where we already headed to, and we see also where we didn't where, but we can be. Yeah, let's maybe for sake of the story we will next go to that Black Egg Temple, which is just on the right when going down the well. I think, but maybe let's do this after we got the charm I already said, because we can go there much faster from the stack station down there. So we will head there. This place, we are near the surface, I believe. There's a town here. You should take the opportunity to rest. This place was once full of travelers coming and going, It seems much quieter now. Eager to travel stackways, yeah, we want. It's the only other stack station we already have unlocked. They all got shut because of the plague. So of course the bugs of Hollownest slowly just got mad from this plague, from this orange juice, and so they saw the catastrophe coming, but were not able to fight it, to defeat it. Though there was even something going on of trying to seal this plague, but at least this one makes it even slower, but didn't 100% need. Didn't 100% protected them from it in the long run. But we will see this later. Didn't 100% work out, that's what I may wanted to say, I don't know. I don't know what's over here though, so... okay, I see, so we cannot proceed there. If I'm going here, there's a little big cage over here. Turns out this is a large elevator going down, and then we are, I think, at the City of Tears or somewhere. The storerooms of the City of the Tears. But it's not open right now, and if we open it, we can also proceed this path, and then there's also some secret there. I think this is the only reason to use this elevator for my kind of sense. So right now we should be yeah, we should be pretty much heading in the direction where we can rescue Sly, which is one guy of the map. One guy who has a shop in Dirtmouth. It has actually the charm we want to farm Geo by exploring much better. So we would also go at the better way and farm the Geo while we explore the world. For that we have to kill this fat fly over here to proceed further. Yeah, full of little flies. I'm not even sure. I think now I cannot even visit. This is a charm seller over there. She's kinda obsessed by charms, and I cannot visit her right now because I don't have abilities to go up there. So let's go in here, and we have this guy here. Ooh, oh, you're off. You wield your nail like a club. Ask me, how much deeper do we have to go? Oh, what? What? Who are you? I see. The old village. What a strange dream to have led me down here. If you hadn't found me, I don't think I would have ever awoken. I'm Sly. Usually I live an uneventful life in Dirtmouth. The air in these ruins doesn't agree with me, so I'd best be getting back. If you return above, come and see me. I'm probably the friendliest face left there, and I can't thank you properly for your good deeds. You're exploring then. Very brave. Plenty of courageous wanderers have been lost to the hunger of these old caverns. You have your nay though, and I can tell just by looking that you know how to wield it. That's a pretty much good hint for us, because later on we will find something out of him. And this has to do something with what you said, right? Right at the last we saw him. Has to do with the last sentence he said as before we headed back here. This is also a nice place, place where we cannot do anything right now. A door with an open slot. I wonder what this space is doing and what we can do with it when we get certain paths to actually make it work. But it has this small nice little signs to always hint us that there's such a place. There's even a few more of these places deeper inside of Hollownest. So yeah, manually collecting Geo out of the place where it was dropped. Not sure. I think this is going also to the Black Egg Temple. I know it isn't. Okay, let's. I'm going to cheese this area though. Just because I don't want to go back there or forget it later. Normally you should use a large bunch of any kind of items, or no, abilities, not items, abilities to head there. But I think we can collect a dash, which will lead us over here without pogo sticking, but it will always only lead us over here or there, so you have to pogo stick anyways. So this is another kind of hint that the developers of this game are so much also like people breaking the borders of their current state of the art, and they actually made the game so you can do that without having so much trouble. I think there's near to 0 soft locks in this game, which makes it even more genius. I mean, the whole creation of the game. Whoa, that was the luck. Normally it takes as long as this guy to kill these people. Small little nails, man. Okay, we are back at the stackways now. Yeah, let's explore and let's go back by exploring. So we can open this thing. If we would have been headed there from the other side, we wouldn't have to go through. Yeah, and this is a very dark place, and we don't know what's happening and everything. We can't see things, so we need a lantern for that. And I will actually be able to show you what this means. Right in a minute, when we are back in Dirtmouth. Ah, damn it. Also, one reason why I want to use the bonfire mod more to upgrade my spell abilities though is because it doesn't make so much sense to upgrade the nail strength that much, because we were heading to some guy called the Nailsmith, and the Nailsmith will actually give us upgrades of our nail, which also drastically increases the nail damage. So we'll go like when I'm at I think 6 strength, we'll go from 6 or 5, and we'll go to at least then it will go to like 15 nail damage or something like this. So it doesn't make so much sense to upgrade strength too much because it only increases our nail damage. Interesting though that we are just right here. Oh, I had to go much more up to I see. I don't know where actually I am. I think took some side route. I mean, since we want to go to the also to the Black Egg Temple to get a little bit more context of the beginning scene of the game, which I think Hollow Knight didn't. This guy here didn't see by himself though anyways, but we did see it at the beginning of the game and we want more answers, and so we lead our little knight to this place here directly beneath the surface, already at the very beginning of the game, the Black Egg Temple. There it is. I think I missed the. Maybe I missed the guy who was standing here. It's one of our friends. We will meet him much more. But this is actually sad because we could have found this guy if we would have headed to this area much quicker. We could have seen this one guy standing there, and he's also one explorer and want to explore uncharted places and so much. So I go to Slice shop over here. Ah, hello! I knew we'd meet again. How do you like my cozy little store? I've made myself pretty comfortable here, selling old trinkets and to travelers like yourself. If you are planning a trip below, I've several items that may improve your chance of survival. Yeah, we can already buy mask shards and vessel fragments, as I already told you about. But what we want really is this charm here. It's kind of the gathering swarm. Do you find yourself leaving a lot of geo behind as you hurry through the caverns? This charm will make sure that any loose change finds its way back to you. A very costly but also a very useful thing to do. Updating the map though, let's see where we were. Okay, we went the way. Okay, we had to go to the right and then. I see. To come from the other side to the Black Egg Temple, which also would maybe trigger that this guy we normally meet there is not there anymore. Oops. Damn. I'm playing with a PlayStation controller though, and The first time I played through this game, I played with a normal, I like normal controller, with a pro controller, with a switch, no, with a normal switch controller. So with these two dongles, or however you call them, and maybe we really want to go back. We didn't went to the right side of this area, so maybe we want to go there. And the analog stick is on the for the Switch controllers. There's a on the top left, and now it's for the PlayStation DualShock controllers a button left, and yeah, we really missed him. That's bad. And most of the controllers I'm using have the stick on the top left, so that's why I sometimes just head up with no reason. It's pretty much a bad thing to use, so but yeah. So let's see what's here on the right. Ah yeah, there's another grub friend. Another guy we can actually... We could actually farm for Geo, but the next bench is much further away, and without a bench and saving we will not be able to respawn him fast enough. Actually, I just realized that I didn't put the charm on what we already just bought, and I forgot to put it on. I mean, the thing is that you always have to equip the charms you want to have on, and sometimes one would just forget to do this. So let's go back and get that charm real quick. Also, he's just walking, not running here anymore. Further updated the map, and we put the charm on. Let's see, yeah, now we have charted this area. Yeah, no, there is actually this one uncharted place down there we can go. Maybe we will do this on the bottom left. So these things will make us collect Geo much easier, as you can see. So whenever Geo comes right from an enemy we defeated, there are some small little flies collecting Geo for us and giving us Geo, which makes exploring much more worth, even if it's worth the exploring itself. So let's see what is over here. I even already forgot what we can get here. Oh, also from Geopiles we get the Geo collected for us. And there's another grub friend. The reason why I didn't head to the very top left of this Forgotten Crossroad area here is that there's this grub father who actually gives us a lot of reward for rescuing these grub friends, and I just want to at this point make it worth to go there. So that means when I collect much more, when I rescue much more grub friends, I will have much more reward when I'm actually there, which makes it much more lucrative for me to visit this place. See, I don't have to take care of this. So this is the point where our journey in Crossroads, in the Forgotten Crossroads, ends, I guess. As all the areas in the maps are kind of charted by us, and all the ones which are not areas we cannot actually proceed to go, I guess. Yeah, there's another. Yeah, this is where the okay, and I wonder what's way on the left there. Okay, there was another. Yeah, I remember this. Another place where we are not able to proceed going. We will collect some wall jump later on in the game, and then we will go we go back here. And first we collect the dash, and then we do something here. The Pilgrim's Way. Travelers of Hollownest descend through verdant wilds and fungal groves to the city and this kingdom's heart. There all wishes shall be granted, all truth revealed. Actually, the city we will visit later. We will head by this Pilgrim's Way. Actually, provide us a bunch of truth because they lead to a lot of areas, and themselves also they have much much to offer from information that we want to desperately have when visiting or exploring this kind of landscape here, this Hollownest. Much more information about the old Hollownest and the Hollownest now, and why it is like this, and what happened to the peoples in the city there. So now we entered Greenpath. So we had to collect this Vengefull spirit, so to really be able to proceed into Greenpath. This is a new area of the game, of Hollownest. Small little moss pile, bugs, and all the stuff. Ah. Flesh-eating plants. So we immediately see how much it pays off to have this charm attached, which gives us all the geo dropped by enemies, and I think from that, the luck pays off even more. But we still will not update our luck so much. And I think when we find the stack station of this area, we actually have another farming spot right beneath the stack station. There are some Mos Knights, which also drop a large amount of Geo. So we could add more dexterity though, so we have 1.1 slash speed. And later on we will just update intelligence and wisdom more and more. But for now it's kinda enough intelligence, enough wisdom we have. Later on there will be much more enemies which are much more oh, there's Hornet actually. This is the first time we see her and she just jumps back from a point we barely just not reach, so we have to get something to be able to go over there, and actually will turn out that this is exactly the item we will get in this area, so not the item but the ability we will get in this area, and which will help us proceeding much more into the game and exploring much more areas, even also in the Forgotten Crossroads later on. Also some new enemies over here, these little flies. She just head over to us and I cannot smush this guy. What a shame. And just jump right into us. This is not nice. Still not the area I see how it looks when we smush some people. A map would be pretty helpful, so thanks for that. So Cornifier was heading over to Greenpath actually. Isn't this a contrast from the Crossroads? Such a humid, lively place. The roads twist and turn in the most wonderful way. I've done my best to chart the area ahead, though I must admit some of the area's inhabitants proved quite nuisance. I don't know this. For sure it's a map, yes. I think we are already 1 hour and 30 in, so maybe I will end the video over here and we will also a place where I can just go with the ability we will collect later. And we'll do the next one later. So I go down here. So at the next, when I find the stack station, we might just make a pause here. Oh, and there's a grub friend. Well, sometimes I forget that we actually don't need to collect the Geo we release. See, there was some place on the right. I guess it didn't. Ah, yeah, here. Let's just once go. With the death counter is just at 1. Yeah, I mean, I died while farming once because I played a little bit risky trying to exploit the fury of the fallen. But yeah. This looks kinda crazy, right? But tiny squib, you approach fearless. Are you a hunter like me? Do you feel the urge inside to stalk, to kill, to understand? Then take it, my journal. I will aid you. At first, the next may seem difficult to discern, but a learned hunter will come to understand its words. Venture the depths of this land and slay its beasts. Prove yourself worthy to hear the mark of a hunter. This is also a little nice thing, a hunter's journal, which provides us, or there is, information about all the little guys we already killed, and also big enemies and all this stuff. So these are called Gruzzer, and this is Grass Mother, where the Gruzzers they all came out and all this stuff. Tick tick, yeah. Call it. So we can spend a lot of time exploring these guys and how they actually how their name is, and as more of them we defeat, the more we get more information. So we have the first part of the information on the button, like right on the right. The information is right, the Vengefull and flying predator that pursues its prey relentlessly. And down there we would get more information if we defeat 4 more of them, so there's a counter how much we defeated, and then we get some information like for the quarter we already killed enough of them that we get more information, like dull and pathetic, hardly worth killing. Yeah. Timid scavenger that crawls through the caverns looking for food. So the information is most of the time from this hunter guy, how to kill them, and the extra information and the normal information is just what they actually do. Right here, they here simply minded creature that haphazardly buzzes around, bumping into things. They only seem dimly aware of their surroundings, making them easy prey to cut your fangs on. That is it that guides them on their paths. What is it that guides them on their path? It almost seems like they search for ways to die. Yeah. Aspects, okay. Yeah, because we found a lot of fuel from this guy, we have already enough of killed from this. Anyways, don't delay, descend into the belly of this world and hunt down the life. Anyways, we want to head to the stack station so we can make a break here. Also, it will make sense to buy the compass, so maybe I will do this. But oh, there she is. It will make sense to do this before ending this session here. Those who stray from the White Knight's roads shall face the law of yeah, let's try out finding where we have to go. I went okay. I think I have to go up at one point. Let's see what's over here. Okay, I cannot reach this area. Damn it. Yeah, we follow I'm not sure if I get the to the stackway here really quick. I mean, I think it's already on the map, right? Isn't it? What the fuck? Stack station isn't even on the map. This just leads around. But it should be somewhere around there. Ah, damn it. Just get kicked by some easy to defeat enemies, yeah. Yeah, let's buy the bench here for 52. So I think we are at the opposite of the... Yeah, we have to head to the right to find the stack station, actually. Here. A mixture between Crossroad enemies and Greenpath territory enemies. These are kinda like areas are also pretty nice. Let's see if we are right here. Get much more Geo. Mos guys. See where we are here. Okay. Okay, funny. I'm just really a little bit lost. I think there's another path up. Yeah, I think there's three paths upways, and I think I went the wrong one. This one is the one with the sex station, and we can only head to it from above. Wonderful. So exactly where I went was right, and where I am now is wrong. So you can see by these spiky little things over here, all over the place. Yeah. Another thing is like one can get lost in this area pretty much. But actually I like it. I like the exploring and everything, it's bad not to find the right path pretty fast, but it's also very cool if one finds the path much faster afterwards to get known of this area pretty fast, and also to head to desired locations much faster, to remember certain areas or stumble upon certain areas where we were not able to proceed at the beginning, but when we first met this area, but then are able to find something out of it. It's always a very charm to do so. Ah, okay, here's the sex. Below this room is the sex station now. And I don't even know if I can go there now. Maybe finding the sex station of this area will take a little more time as anticipated. The greater mind once dreamed of leave and cast these caverns, so in every brush and every wine the mind of Un reveals itself to us. Bush, I think, not brush right now. So yeah, can we actually... Ah, damn it. Yeah, I think maybe I know where we have to go first. Go a little bit much higher. Go even higher. That was a dead end. Oh, Mos Knight. Yeah, these are the guys we are trying to farm later. And he killed me. Okay, that's how you can see, now you can see how it is when I die. So I leave out a little shadow in the area, and I can show where this shadow is. And if I head back to it, I can actually kill it and get the amount of view back I collected. And also, as long as I have not get back my own shade, so say, I have a broken vessel here. That means I can only connect 2/3 of it, not the full like amount of. So this is kind of all I can get out of it. even with the refilling of my soul. So we have to go to the right. Hopefully, no. Ah, shit. I think I'm wrong, right? Yeah, I'm on the wrong path. Ah, damn it. So, yeah, it was just collect our shade and then make a pause so we do not go much further than 2 hours in. So it's right above this area here. Ah, I always forget that I don't have these mantis claws. We'll collect later, which provides us some other ability. Actually, wall jumping. Damn it. So this is actually one reason why we want to get the compass as soon as we there's even a mini boss. Didn't know that. Anyways, not a challenge for us. Oh, I think we will be able to head to the stack station pretty fast. So yeah, we got the shade back and we can rescue Zote, which is one old guy and which gets into trouble, I think, over here. But if we rescue him too much, he will actually take place of us on the love of some nice cute little lady in the town. But for this run I don't care that much. Ah, this fat fly over here. Just what do you think you are doing? You dare to come between me and my prey? It is a habit of yours to scurry about, getting in the way of and causing bother. Know this, cur. I'm Zote the Mighty, a knight of great renown. Cross me again and you will find out why they call my weapon Life Ender. What are you still bothering for? I'm a knight. I'm not interested in your childish games. I need my rest. Begone, lest I draw my nail. Yeah, he's pretty nice actually. Yeah, nice guy. Worth to rescue. In my other run on this computer, actually, I really left him in Ditmouth, which is another area we will get, where we will meet him again in some dangerous situation, and there I just did not rescue him. Because I know what happens when I rescue him another time. But here, maybe we will rescue much more each time and see what comes out. We will see. Another Mos Knight. I think this one doesn't respawn because he's just a gatekeeper for the scrub friend over here. But the other two I will kill more often. And the more I kill him, the more Geo I can get from him. I will not get more and more, but I mean, I can farm Geo like this because here we have right now the stack station, and then we can actually go much further. And let's update intelligence. So we are at 125% of spell damage, so 25% more, which is pretty nice. And let's buy. I think we have right enough to buy the compass, which is very useful actually. So we do this before I will end here. So for the next time we already have the compass and we don't have to take care of getting lost. Or I went to the wrong place. I have one more stack station to choose. Immediately choosing the wrong thing to go to. Yeah, so we don't have to care that much more about our position that much because we already have our compass. There he is. We rescued him and he immediately headed up to the town. Compass, wonderful. And I think, yeah, we need also a bench thing, so. You there, why are you skulking about in the shadows? Yes, your eyes do not deceive you. I am Zote the Mighty, a knight of great renown. Tremble before me. Why you were hiding here in your dingy little village, I ventured into the dark pit below us and slew a great beast. It had sharp mandibles and atrocious manners. Yes, yes, all glory to me. But I don't have time for your adulation. I must rest and prepare for my next journey down. Yeah, everything we do, he claims he did it. So that's actually the plot of the whole story of Zote. So that's why I didn't rescue him in another run. Because I didn't want him to claim that he rescued the cute ladybug. We will rescue later. She will head back to the town. So one thing, benchmarkers. This is the one thing which actually makes our life also much more easy in this game on the map side. I can show actually what I mean with this. I don't have the compass on. This is another nice thing to do, taking the compass on. So we unfortunately have to get rid of some charms, but that's worth it because the compass actually gives us the position of ourselves, and these markers give instead so besides of in Dirtmouth, they give the really the accurate location of all the benches. And why I don't have a stack marker, or why I don't think stack marker is that much important, is when you take a look onto the benches, there's a very small room, left or right, beneath them. Most of the time there's a stack station, so doesn't pay that much off to get stack markers, because we see already where the stack stations are. Yeah, so this is all we wanted to do right now, and thanks for watching, and we will have a pause over here and head right in the next video up to Hornet and get what Hornet can give us, and then with this item we can even proceed much further and explore more of Hollownest. So stay tight and have fun.